Happening now, 5 COVID-19 related deaths reported in Chautauqua in Cattaraugus County just yesterday. Details coming up. Plus, Governor Andrew Cuomo is urging people to stay home ahead of this Thanksgiving holiday.
Well, the clouds are around once again for today, and we're going to have some rain to go through this afternoon, and Thanksgiving, not a washout. I'll give you the details next. The news at noon starts right now.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us for WNY News Now. I'm Justin Gould. A total of 5 COVID-19 related deaths were reported between Chautauqua and Cattaraugus counties yesterday. 2 of the deaths were reported here in Chautauqua County, where officials say the 2 cases involved people who were in their 70s. A total of 18 people have died in Chautauqua County due to COVID since March. Officials reported 29 new cases yesterday. Meanwhile, officials in Cattaraugus County say 3 deaths there involved a 60-year-old woman, a 62-year-old man, and a 93-year-old man. A total of 27 people have died due to COVID-19 in that county. The health department also reported 34 new cases yesterday. Meanwhile, the Jefferson Middle School teacher here in the city of Jamestown also tested positive for the virus. Well, New York's governor continues to stress the need for people to stay home and spend Thanksgiving with members of their own family. Governor Andrew Cuomo had a stern warning for the state during his daily COVID-19 update yesterday. He says experts suggest COVID-19 infections to surge 20% during the holidays, bringing the state's positivity rate to 12. Cuomo says Thanksgiving starts 37 days of activity that he's very concerned about.
Right away, day after Thanksgiving, you go right to the Christmas season. Music changes, shopping, everybody starts. And then that increased activity goes all the way through New Year's Eve, New Year's Day.
He also pointed out that even the White House is encouraging people to have smaller gatherings this holiday. Well, during the holiday season, people are racking their brains for ways to get together safely with loved ones. One of those steps could be getting a COVID test to make sure they don't have the virus. But as Reed Binion explains, it's not a sure bet.
Testing rush. This is the scene all over the U.S. as people scramble to get tested for the coronavirus before holiday gatherings.
My daughters are coming home from college in 2 different places in the U.S.
But testing isn't a surefire way to make sure you're in the clear from the virus. U.S. Surgeon General Dr. Jerome Adams says those negative tests are only good for that day because of the virus's incubation period.
It takes, on average, 5 days, but up to 14 days after you've been exposed to have symptoms. A negative test yesterday or Sunday doesn't mean that you're safe tomorrow. It doesn't mean that you can relax your precautions.
It also matters what you do after you get your test.
Negative at the moment you get your test results. You can leave the testing site, say go to the grocery store, get exposed, and then contract the virus.
And for holiday travelers, that includes places like airports and gas stations. That's why the CDC and medical experts have urged people not to travel for Thanksgiving.
We are literally going to start vaccinating vulnerable people within the next couple of weeks. But we just need you, the American people, to hold on just a little bit longer. And It's not too late to have a safe holiday celebration.
For today's Health Minute, I'm Reed Binion.
Reed, thank you. Yesterday, Chautauqua County held a COVID-19 rapid testing clinic with appointments filling up in just 1 day's time. County leaders are expected to hold another testing event in the next few weeks. Well, New York State's health department has rolled out new rules for nursing homes during this holiday season. They say residents who leave a facility must test negative for COVID-19 24 hours before they return. Now, once they're allowed back, they must quarantine for 2 weeks. During that time, the returning resident would need to be tested at least 3 more times for the virus. The health department recommends against residents leaving a nursing home for a family or social gathering. Well, we thank you for joining us for WNY News Now on this Thanksgiving Eve. Let's check in with the comments and say hello to Julie. Great to see you. Good to see Lisa, Alicia, James, and Sandy as well. Hopefully everyone is having a great Wednesday. Let us know what you're doing in the comments down below. Good to see Hector, Sean, and David too. Well, now let's get a check of our First Defense weather forecast. Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter standing by with that. Happy pre-Thanksgiving to you, Mr. Hunter.
Happy pre-Thanksgiving, Justin, and happy Thanksgiving Eve to all of you out there. Tomorrow's the day we get to gobble down that turkey. Hopefully you're doing it with only your close family in your household, hopefully, because, we got to stay COVID friendly here. So please do that. But anyway, this is a live look coming from the Warren City Bank in downtown Warren. Traffic okay over the Hickory Street Bridge, but lots of clouds around right now across the area. And even though we don't have any rain right now across the region, if you peek a little bit further back to the west, you can see we do have a little bit of rain that is right now coming into Cleveland. All of this is moving to the northeast, and this is in association with a fast-moving storm system. That storm system that was over Texas is now actually close to Indiana. It's actually right down in here, and this is moving all to the northeast. So rain showers are going to be increasing through the afternoon today and especially into tonight. But the good news is they should taper off tomorrow afternoon. So again, Thanksgiving not a total washout. 37 was the high yesterday. We forecasted 37. We hit 37, so there you go for you. 34 was a low early this evening. Temperatures rose overnight as a warm front pushed in. 67 and 9 are the record highs and lows at the airport for this date. So through the afternoon, just lots of clouds around. Showers develop this afternoon and will basically just continue throughout the afternoon hours in pockets. It's not going to be raining everywhere, but again, rain showers will be more widespread. A stiff breeze, 46 to 52, a bit milder than we have been, with a south wind 10 to 22, some wind gusts near 30. Now, as I told you, Thanksgiving not a total washout, plus big changes to the forecast next week. Could we see some snow next week as we start December? I'll tell you about it in full detail in a few, Justin.
All right, Dakota, we will certainly tune in for that. Thank you. Well, local community bank locations are closing their branch lobbies due to increased COVID-19 activity in the area now. The company announced that starting today, customers will need to use their drive-thrus to accept most in-person banking services. However, customers are able to schedule appointments to speak with someone inside. The bank's ATM and secure night deposits do remain available for use. Bank management is encouraging customers to use their online, mobile, and phone banking options as well. Community Bank has several locations in the area, including Jamestown, Falconer, Westfield, Randolph, Sherman, Ripley, Cassadaga, Dunkirk, and Silver Creek. Well, Pennsylvania and Nevada certified their presidential election results yesterday. Another big step signaling that the election is pretty much over and the transition now underway. Presidential-elect Joe Biden made some key introductions as well yesterday as his administration takes shape. Karen Kafa has the latest from Washington for us.
Joe Biden preparing to write a new chapter in U.S. foreign policy with the help of some familiar hands.
They embody my core beliefs that America is strongest when it works with its allies.
The president-elect formally introduced his foreign policy and national security teams the day after the Trump administration finally formally acknowledged or ascertained the presidential transition. Leading the foreign policy team, Biden has tapped longtime aide Antony Blinken as Secretary of State.
Tony's been one of my closest and most trusted advisors.
And his top messenger to governments around the globe, a move praised in diplomatic circles.
Tony Blinken was not only Deputy Secretary of State, so he truly understands how this position works, but he was also Biden's foreign policy advisor.
In addition to emphasizing experience, Biden also keeping a campaign promise to build a diverse cabinet, including Alejandro Mayorkas, a Cuban-American tapped to serve as Homeland Security Secretary, and Avril Haines, who would become the first woman to serve as intelligence chief. President Trump, meanwhile, appearing briefly before reporters Tuesday, touting the Dow's milestone, but not taking questions.
The stock market's just broken 30,000, never been broken, that number. That's a sacred number, 30,000. Nobody thought they'd ever see it.
Then making the annual turkey pardon. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
Karen, thank you. The inauguration for the president is scheduled to happen on January 20th. President-elect Joe Biden also expected to speak sometime today about Thanksgiving. Well, straight ahead here, friend of the show, Joanna Dahlbeck, joins us live to talk about the big holiday featuring small businesses and how you can help keep your money local. And later, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter back with us to give us a final look at our Thanksgiving weather. This, as WNY News Now continues. Stay with us.
With coverage that matters. This is WNY News Now.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer, plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor.
Testicular cancer is the leading form of cancer in men aged 15 to 35.
1 in 250 men will be diagnosed with testicular cancer.
But 98% will survive if detected early.
As a survivor, I believe early detection is the key. Learn how to do a testicular self-exam and other important facts about testicular cancer at oneball4tc.com.
Want weather now? Download the WNY News Now mobile app and stay up to date on severe weather alerts. Plus, anytime hazardous weather strikes, stick with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network that keeps you safe. You're all in a tornado warning, so now is the time to go to a safe place, small room, lowest floor, near the center, away from windows. What are you waiting for? Download the WNY News Now mobile app today. It's free in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
And welcome back to WNY News Now. Well, coming up this weekend is a really big day, and I'm not talking about Black Friday. Joining us live on the show is Joanna Dahlbeck with the Chautauqua County Chamber of Commerce. Joanna, thanks so much for joining us via Zoom today. We appreciate it. And a lot of people, and I see you have a little furry friend with you too. Hello. Who is this?
This is Crazy Maisie May. She's my office mate here at home.
That's got to be the biggest perk from working from home, I think, is being able to be with your furry friends. Coming up this weekend is Small Business Saturday, which is a really, really big effort that I know people here at the local level are trying to do, and across the whole nation as well. And COVID-19 has created a big challenge. What type of things are the Chamber trying to do to encourage people to shop local coming this weekend?
Well, first of all, I've been making visits to several local businesses. My territory basically covers Jamestown, Lakewood, Asheville area, and dropping off nylon bags and signage and stickers and everything so that these small businesses have promotional material for it, things that they can photograph and put up on their websites that will invite people to visit with them. We also have placards that can go on the windows to remind people to be safe when they're shopping. We're really promoting safe, shop small. So between that and other initiatives that we've got going, we're going to have quite a celebration, I believe, from this point forward through the holidays. We just announced our new initiative with the Chamber called Shop Local CHQ. ShopLocalCHQ.com is a website platform that we've signed up with a startup company out of Marion, Iowa, actually, which I'm so excited about. We're about only the 10th or the 11th business community chamber to jump on board. This is a collaboration with all local retail and other not-for-profits and such to bring all businesses onto one platform. Many of our businesses do not have the money to spend on websites and shopping carts and time and energy and everything. This lands everything right in one place for your membership investment, which quite frankly is very inexpensive. Our average chamber investment is $195 for a year, and you get me with it, in addition to being able to put up as many as 50 products up on the website, and you manage it. It's inventory controlled. You do your shipping, you do your policies, your returns, and everything, and you are paid directly. The chamber does not take any money, and nor does Shop Where I Live. This is all profit for you as part of your membership investment.
Yeah.
To date, I just checked it a few minutes before we went live here. We have 53 businesses on board as of a few minutes ago, and over 232 products. These products range from Peterson's candies to rubber chickens from the Comedy Center. You can get just about anything. And if you know of any local business that is looking to sell their wares online so that we don't have to compete with these big box stores such as Amazon and Target and Walmart and everything. Of course, there's going to be things you need to get through there, but let's all support our local businesses.
Yeah, and
that was long-winded.
Well, no, we thank you for giving us such great information. I imagine it's so important to be able to have that online presence, especially in today's world. Just of everyone's on their phone, and brick and mortar stores maybe don't get the full impact as they once did when, say, Saturday morning, the whole family loaded up in the station wagon and came to downtown Jamestown. And especially even too during a pandemic. Can you tell us a little bit about that ability to sell the people when maybe they can't leave their homes?
This is so important because, how many of us are really shopping online these days? What was the statistic we heard? $80 billion is going to be spent online, some crazy amount of money this year alone. Now, we're not discouraging anybody from going and actually visiting these brick and mortar stores. Absolutely do that as well, as long as it is safe for you and your family and it's not putting anyone at risk. If they're open, go visit them. Do it. Because that experience is something different than just shopping online as well. And then go visit your local restaurant and get a takeout if you need to, or call ahead and have them bring it to your car, whatever. But please still continue to support every business. One real additional thing here, real quick, go visit on our Chautauqua County Chamber Facebook page. There is a post up there right now where you can enter to win some money to spend on this Shop Local CHQ. It's $500 we're giving away, broken up into increments. So go ahead and sign up for that, and then you can spend some money, and we'll keep it all in Chautauqua County.
Wow, that's great. And the Chamber has done so much for keeping everyone, I think, connected, really, when you think about it, throughout the pandemic, to push those takeouts when at times early on that was all we really could do.
It was tough.
Yeah,
it was really tough.
Handing out masks and getting businesses ready to reopen safely. Launching the website, do you feel that only kind of continues that effort, where now you can say, all right, Small Business Saturday is coming up, but it's not just really about Small Business Saturday, but rather about getting people that have that mindset to keep the money here in the community from Small Business Saturday through the holidays into next July?
Yeah, this website is not going away after the holidays or after the pandemic, whichever happens first, I don't know. But anyways, it's not going away. And I really, stress that our people who are watching your excellent newscast, I know that they're from all over the country. They're expatriates from Chautauqua County. Hey, you know what? If you want Johnny's Lunch sauce, call Johnny's and tell him to call me and get on this page. You know,
But that's a
Basari
genius idea.
salts.
This community, I think, is so strong, and even when people leave, they're still connected to it. They know these local staples that we've had here, and it's all in an effort to just continue that local commerce. So again, Small Business Saturday is this Saturday following Black Friday as people really head into the shopping season. But I think that the big takeaway from today's conversation is that you can shop anytime by logging on, and it doesn't necessarily have to draw to an event. Now, speaking of events, coming up next week, a really amazing event that I think brings the community together. And, you know, with COVID-19, we found a way to have it. The Jamestown Christmas Parade in reverse, as they're calling it. To be able to have something like that with having the community members, for the chamber, in your perspective, that I imagine drives a lot of business as well. This year, with people just coming through in their cars, how are you getting them to stop and say, you know, I'm going to go have a pizza downtown, or I'm going to go do a little Christmas shopping before or after going through the parade display?
Well, first of all, we're encouraging businesses to go to chamberrsvp.org and sign up for a parking space to put their float. There's no charge for it, and they can, you know, advertise whatever they want. Say, you know, call, you know, 555-1212, whatever it is, and order your pizza now. And by the time you get through this parade, you can come pick it up. You know, whatever. You know, that's the kind of ingenuity we need. Downtown Jamestown is running the parade. The chamber is just a supporting entity on that.
Yeah, certainly. So, Joanna Dahlbuck, thank you so much for joining us virtually today as we debut our new, what Dakota and I would jokingly call it our coffee talk set.
Yes, I love it.
Here.
I can't wait to have some coffee with you.
I know. I can't wait to finally get some people back in here, and I think in time we will. And it's amazing, though, that things like the new Shop Local website and, you know, just the technology is still able to bring us together. So,
yeah.
Joanna,
I think we're doing a pretty good job, really.
Yeah, absolutely. and everyone, and you guys are, I want to say, are some of the, I think, unsung heroes. You know, we talk about doctors and nurses and public health workers who work so hard, but keeping the economy afloat and keeping businesses engaged and just being a resource, I think, is really important. So I just want to thank you personally for your work.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You know, I love my job, and I'm here to help everybody, anybody, whenever they need it.
Yeah, absolutely. So we thank you for joining us today. Let's now hop over to Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter, who's standing by with that very important Thanksgiving forecast. Dakota.
Yeah, we call it our coffee talk bit, and boy, I can't wait. You know, same thing with Joanne. I can't wait to have coffee in there. Let's get straight to weather, and I'll show you the temperatures over the past 7 days. They have been all over the place. Take a look at this: 31 last Wednesday, 57 on Thursday, 56 Friday, and then woo, right down the hill we go. 37 on both Monday and Tuesday of this week, and now temperatures are going up again. Wouldn't you know? It's just this roller coaster of temperatures we've been dealing with. 46 right now is a noon hour at the Jamestown Airport. South wind of 8. We got a wind gust of 17, and the wind chill's down to 42. And you can see all the clouds that are around from the top of the DoubleTree Hotel downtown Jamestown. Updated Thanksgiving forecast tomorrow, and here's what we're going with: 48 around 8 o'clock. And again, basically no change in this area. And we think that the most amount of rain is going to be in the morning, in the early afternoon. 53 at noon, and by the time we go to 4 o'clock, 52 degrees. There may be a spot shower somewhere, but the majority of the day or the afternoon should be mainly dry after the morning, and we get rid of those widespread rain showers. So satellite and radar composite, I'm going to test your weather smarts very quickly. Anybody know where that low pressure area is? Boink! Right there in Missouri. There it is right there. That was yesterday, this is where all the rain is coming from, and it's going to continue moving to the northeast as we zoom you into western New York. Nothing going on here right now, but just lots of clouds around, so expect that through the afternoon. Now, let's take you through the computer modeling here on FutureScan. It shows you the idea of those rain showers coming basically through the afternoon, so it's going to be widespread rain showers. We're not expecting anything too heavy, but again, it's going to be mainly a washout through the afternoon and into tonight. We may see it's a heavier rain overnight into tomorrow morning, and then watch what happens as we go through the day on Thursday. The rain starts to break apart into more scattered nature. So again, the afternoon tomorrow is going to be the better part of the day. There still may be a couple isolated showers from time to time, but all in all, the afternoon shouldn't be bad with temperatures up into the 50s. Now, looking further down the road next week, we see a big upper trough coming in with that north to northwest wind flow aloft. There's the little cold emoji. Oh, he's freezing. The weather setup is basically going to allow for much more colder shots of air to come in, and maybe some lake snow and area-wide snow we'll see as we go down the road here. That's early next week. So we'll see as we get closer. So zone forecast, inland areas today, milder than where we have been the past couple of days, likely mid to upper 40s here, but rain showers through the afternoon. Now, the next 7 days of your life coming up, brought to you by 42 degrees sunny, 53 tomorrow, 47 on Friday. Shop safe, that's a tongue twister. Shop safe, but shop local as well. 41 on a Saturday, 50 on Sunday. Golf, anyone? It's going to be great. Lots of sunshine. 51 on Monday, and then Tuesday, that's an unknown right now. We still have to see how much cold air we're going to have to work with, but rain and snow will be likely. Justin?
All righty, Dakota. Thank you. Stay right there. We all know it's a tradition, but this year's Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade may be the most unique one we've ever seen. It really won't be a parade at all. Organizers decided the safest thing to do was to forget the 2.5-mile-long parade route and make it a television-only event. So instead, portions of the event have been pre-recorded, and live elements will be taking place in a small space in front of Macy's store on 34th Street in New York City. It will still feature performances from Broadway stars, entertainers, and singers, and of course, the traditional balloons. But no spectators will be allowed, and the area in front of the store will be treated as if it was a closed movie set.
Well, this year we will not have a parade route for people to come and actually watch the parade. So we'll be working very closely with the New York City agencies, NYPD, and the mayor's office to ensure that the area where we will be filming will be locked down. So we're encouraging everybody to please stay at home. It's the safest way to view this parade and watch it from your televisions like the rest of the country.
Yeah, certainly looking forward to it. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade will be televised on NBC tomorrow from 9 to noon. Savannah Guthrie, Hoda Kotb, and Al Roker are hosting it. Certainly exciting, fun, and a big tradition, I think, Dakota, for a lot of people, not just here locally, but I think, nationwide. Every morning as they're getting their turkey fixings ready and getting the turkey in the oven. They're watching the parade and enjoying it with friends and family. And I think the biggest difference this year really is it'll just be your immediate household or people who don't have COVID. And I think that's the biggest thing is, you can still get together, whether it be virtually or in some sort of social distant fashion. Just please, please, please do it safely. And I think that's the big thing that everyone is looking out for. And whether you agree with Governor Cuomo or not, which a lot of people don't, and we've talked about this before, but at the end of the day, like he says, COVID cases are probably going to go up as we go into the holiday because people are going to get together. And that's the biggest thing with 2020. We jokingly say, let's get through 2020. And it's like, at the end of the day, 2021 probably isn't going to be much different, unfortunately.
At least probably early on in 2021.
Yeah. As we get to
we'll
the
see
summer,
what happens
vaccine,
as
hopefully,
we go,
and we'll get back to it. But we've always said it's like people are cleaner now, so that's good. But hopefully Thanksgiving will be cleaner. You won't have any relatives there licking their fingers and then touching the turkey.
Well,
God, I hate that.
Well, I think if the pandemic has told us one thing, it showed how disgusting the human race can honestly
people are gross.
be. Because, I mentioned before, I think it was last week or a couple of weeks ago, how I couldn't tell you how many people I've seen go into public bathrooms, use the bathroom,
and then don't
not wash their hands.
Yeah,
and I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, no, I agree. So same thing for you, Uncle Joe. No licking fingers tomorrow.
Anyway, speaking of tomorrow, let's take one final look at the Thanksgiving Day forecast. Now, the morning is likely going to be the wettest part of the day, around 48, 50 degrees around that area. The rain tapers off for the afternoon and especially for the evening hours, but there still could be a scattered shower in isolated nature, but otherwise temperatures in the lower 50s, probably one of the better Thanksgivings we've had in quite a while.
All right, Dakota, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving, my friend. That is it for us today. We're back next Monday following the Thanksgiving holiday, live right here at noon. I hope to see you then. In the meantime, news continues 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com. Download our mobile app and we'll keep you informed all weekend long. Have a great Thanksgiving.